As a tutor, I now experience a lot of mental freedom because I no longer spend hours trying to create lesson plans because those lessons have already been created and developed for me to have success with my students. My name is Natalie Morales, and I've been a reading tutor for over 10 years now. When I started teaching reading, it was because I just wanted to teach my son to read. And because I had so much success with him, I decided to teach other students to do the same as well. Because all my life I'd been teaching primary school, the program I used was working because the bad habits were, let's say, not really entrenched into them yet. But when the pandemic started and I started working with teenagers as well as adults, I needed something extra. They tend to either not have a phonics background or they would have learned it the wrong way. So sometimes if they see the word sat, they say slat, sam, and say slam. So I needed a program to prevent that from taking place. So the Learn Reading program has really impacted my business and the way I teach as a tutor because it gives me the tools and it's also backed by scientific research. So I know that I am not trying a thing, as we'd say at home, but I am using what has worked for thousands and thousands of students around the world. Let's say a preschooler was not my ideal student. Now they are because of Learn Reading's preschool package. At present, I have around 15 students, but not just students from my homeland, Trinidad and Tobago. I have students now from the US, and that was really my dream. It was my goal to have students, for me to be able to reach students around the world. They are definitely more confident now because after they've gone through those words, the vocabulary words, as well as games, and even though they're older students, they can appreciate the games because we also learn through play. So they can appreciate that and they're more willing to read more. And that's what they've been doing. I make it very, very practical. I teach some life skills in there. And they also learn new words and you see them smiling and really making that step forward. The Learn Reading program has definitely been worth the investment. Once you become a licensed Learn Reading tutor, you are in for support. So there is a messenger group where we share thoughts and ideas, and they would give us that kind of support as tutors, sharing games and sharing what has worked for them and what can also work for us. I would recommend the Learn Reading program to any child, any parent, any adult, any teacher, any tutor. My life is different now because of the Learn Reading program, because I have success with my students who are really struggling. Plus, I'm able to go into an audience, go into a market, into the international market where I'd never been before. So to me, that is really a win-win.